Hello, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of Directing Documentaries. I'll look at the monitor. Anyway, so we're out here in Ohio. We're filming a documentary. We had an off day, and me and the boys wanted to just have a conversation just about what it's like being a filmmaker at different stages. I think it's something that it'll really help a lot of people. I have a lot to say. Ace has a lot to say. Randolph has a lot to say. So, Randolph, for people that don't know, tell them about the project they were doing, or tell us how you got the project and what we're doing.
Yeah, the whole shebang. So, what's happening? Randolph Buffington, documentary filmmaker. Brand new to this thing. I just started, man. Prior to this, I was a sports reporter for 7-8 years. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. And really got my start within that intersection of sports and culture was really my jam. But I could care less about who won or lost whatever game. I always cared about why they were playing in the first place. That was really my thing. Over time, jobs got good to me. I was having a lot of fun with the role. Sports is a very cool deal when things are rolling, but it's fickle too. Jobs are few and far in between sometimes. Everybody's talented when you get to a certain level, so it's it's only so many jobs, and it's really it's a rat race for sure. 2 years ago, I got laid off from a role that I thought was my dream job for real, and I was like, damn, it really was a gut punch. I was going to either move to LA or New York, one of the two. I was trying to make a decision, and they pulled the rug from underneath me, and I'm like, damn, bro, the storytelling can't stop here. I got to make a decision. At that point, I had some money in my pocket, enough to invest in a camera. So that's what I did, man. I'm on YouTube every day looking up what it should be, the FX3, the FX30, the FX6. Oh, that's a little bit too much money. You know what I mean? But we went with the FX3 and really invested. I copped the FX3 and I copped this course called The Art of Documentary. And man, shout out to Art of Documentary, man. It was a game changer for me. So many like-minded filmmakers within the crew. And it really was just for me to exercise my muscles and be around folks that are doing this thing right. I didn't have a community of folks that I knew that were filmmakers. I knew a lot of folks on the sports side, sports journalists, period, but not too many people that tapped into film. And I'm like, I gotta find my tribe, if I'm doing it. So took the leap, jumped off the porch, and the first thing I did was get in touch with my cousin Ace, man. I went down to New York, out in Brooklyn, and we started shooting this project called, damn, I don't even know what it's called.
You gotta rewind, because I didn't even know you existed and was a filmmaker. I didn't know I had family in film in the first place. Yeah, bro. That's the crazy part.
Bro, I'll let you get into all of that. But yeah, it's been a ride, really 2 years. And to fast forward to now, I am, cooking up a project. I am fortunate enough to be the director for this film we're working on now. Excited about it, man. Here in my home state, cooking up stories about black folks is all I want to do. I just want to tell stories that make people feel something, for sure. Man, so this project I'm working on now is called Claiming Space. We're focusing on 3 black subjects here in rural Ohio, Southern Appalachia, or Southern Ohio and Appalachia. Really, really dope deals with all 3 of them. Oh man, I can go all day about the story.
So talk about how the project came about, and talk about how you, because we were talking in the kitchen yesterday. Yeah. Talk about how you didn't think that you could get it.
Yeah, dog.
And how just that all worked out.
Yeah, bro, it was crazy. So again, I'm new to this.
How long have you been doing filmmaking?
A year and some change.
Okay.
2 years tops. You feel me? Just got the FX3. It started 2 weeks ago.
Really? How long have you had it?
Literally a year, bro. A year.
Okay.
For sure. So the first things that I started making were portraits of everyday people. Folks that I had access to. A lot of documentary is just access. So I started with my family and friends, folks that I knew closely, intimately, And I'm like, all right, man, let me just spend a half day with you, see what we can cook up. It was a whole lot of that. Out of that birthed my first short film. The tea's getting to me. It's called Stack. I did it on my cousin. He's a pastor. He's a pastor and a bricklayer. I caught up with him over the course of Father's Day weekend, just a little over 24 hours. And it was for Art of Documentary too. So they have a competition. It's called the One Day Doc Competition.
Right.
Where you shoot a documentary in 24 hours and you have a couple weeks time to chop it up. So it was a challenge, and it was, for me, just a good way for me to exercise my muscles again. The way that I positioned myself in shooting it, I really only had like 10 days to chop it. So I shot it, I hit up my cousin. I didn't do a pre-interview or nothing. I hit up cuz, I'm like, yo man, I'm working on something. I want to follow you around for a day. What's your schedule look like? He let me know that he'd be working on Father's Day or that weekend, and you know, he's down. Just, you know, here's the address to the spot, I'll see you there. It was as simple as that. My cousin's a natural on camera. And really the film is really just about, we really get to watch a man practice what he preaches in real time, for real, for real. It's about fatherhood, faith, and really just the work in between, you feel me? So it was a whole lot of that. And man, it was my baby for a long time. I spent hours, days in front of that damn laptop chopping stuff up. Everything on screen was me. I wrote, shot, edited, you name it, was all your boy. The only thing I didn't do was color. And shout out to Joe Dunn, who is in Art of Documentary as well. Again, so many great folks in that group, man. But he's who I leaned on to really make those colors pop. Mm-hmm. So when it came to Stack, dropped it again. That was my baby, and that's my lane. Like I love like verite, which means just watching life unfold as it happens. Like there are a bunch of ways to do docs, but I dig getting out, moving and grooving, man. Let's get out in the field and catch some action. Like you can easily just sit somebody down, frame up a nice little, portrait and have your composition there. But F that, bro. Let's get outside. You know what I mean?
Fuck.
Yeah. Fuck. Let's get outside. Let's get outside all day long. That's my jam. So it's been a whole lot of that for me. Stack was really the start. And, you know, it's been trending upward, man. I've been fortunate enough that Stack is leading to some more work. This was a grant that I applied for with a company. Can't get into all the details. I don't want to get in trouble. But What I will say is I applied for the grant, and it's with the series. They've been doing it for some time now, for a few seasons, and they were looking for stories specifically out of the Appalachian region. And I'm like, I don't know nothing about Appalachia, but I know the further south you go in Ohio, you can hit it. So I'm like, all right, who do I know there? Okay, I'm in Athens, Ohio. My sister went to Ohio University, which is in this town. You know what I mean? So I hit her up. She's like, yeah, I actually have my old multicultural director. She's actually from that area, had roots there. And whenever I do a story, I try to find a Black perspective at all times. So in my mind, I'm like, all right, shit, I don't know nothing about Appalachia, but I wonder what the Black folks doing out there. You feel me? That was where my head went to instantly. And yeah, man, I had a conversation with one of our subjects. She introduced me to two more. And as I'm having these pre-interview conversations, I'm like, man, I got a lot here. There's definitely something here story-wise, and I don't want to break it up. I think they're all moving toward one direction. So I'm like, let's keep it going, man. I came up with a pitch, got in my pitch deck bag. I went on Canva and started sweating. And yeah, got to it. I was out in LA, hella networking during like NBA All-Star Weekend. And then they called me, like, shit, they emailed me. I was like, hey, do you have a proof of concept for this? I was like, yeah, I was actually working on that. I'll get it to you next week. They're like, yeah, actually, we need that by like Monday. It was Thursday. Shit. I'm like, damn, all right. I called my subject. I'm like, hey, man, what you got going on tomorrow? He's like, it's actually my off day. Perfect. I'll be right there. I left LA, flew to Cleveland. The next day, like a red-eye flight, touchdown. Drove from Cleveland to Athens, which is like a 4-hour drive. Spent 3 hours with him, chopped up a nice little verite scene. And it was enough to, bake the cake. So
hell yeah.
We got the bread.
And see, so I wanted to talk like about, you didn't think that you could get it, but you tried.
Yeah, you got to, bro.
And
it was, bro. It was that. So all I do, I spent every waking hour on Vimeo, YouTube, scrolling through short films from dope filmmakers. One of which was a really dope filmmaker named Crystal. I'm about your last name, but she made a film called Edgecomb. It goes crazy. Check it out.
What's it called?
Edgecomb.
Edgecomb?
Yeah, Edgecomb. And she's made a number of other ones as well. I can spell her last name. I just can't say it. Kayyiza. That one. But she gets busy. And so she hit me up. I reached out to her initially, like, yo, I really dug your project. I just, finished my first short film myself. I would love some feedback if you're open to it. Boom, boom, bang. My email is full of cold emails, you know what I mean? Just from people that's good people. And thankfully she hit me back and was like, yo, I really enjoy Stack, blah, 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 blah. Had a great conversation. And maybe a few weeks later, she had hit me up and said, hey, this organization has this grant thing lined up that I think you might be a good fit for. I'm like, okay, this looks dope. Within the requirements, though, they had it was in Ohio, but you had to be, I think they wanted filmmakers from Appalachia. And I'm like, fuck, man, I ain't about to put in all this hard work for them to tell me, sorry, Randolph, you were born in the wrong place. So I'm like, bump it, bro. I ain't about to do it. And I kept looking at that email. And I kept, I'm not doing nothing at the crib, mind you. I was laid off. I've been trying to position myself. I've been working on my own stuff. The My People project has been my baby this whole time. It's a series I've been developing on my own, It's a labor of love, you know what I mean? A whole lot of not getting no bread. If I'm not doing that, I'm Uber driving, I'm Lyft driving, I'm substitute teaching, gig work. Hella gig work was the name of the game for me. So I'm like, shit, why not, man? You ain't doing nothing else. You know what I'm saying? You got some kids you got to tell to sit down tomorrow. You feel me? I might as well. So why not take the bet? So yeah, that's what I did. Came up with the pitch deck after looking at my screen for some time and just did it. You got to say fuck it. Yeah.
You do. So real quick, I want to get to talking to you about your stuff, Ace. But this is a good opportunity for me to say it's like if you wouldn't have made Stack, and then you wouldn't have reached out to her, none of us three would be here.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. Yeah, bro. It's all about
being prepared for when luck and opportunity intersect.
Get ready so you ain't got to be ready.
Hello.
You know what I mean?
All day long, man. Yeah, that's really what it was. And just jumping. I've always been, I think I've always had it in me, though, to just, I feel confident in my work, for sure. And it's just I'm heavy on the YOLO, heavy on the anything can happen. A lot can change in a year. That's my type of, half glass empty sort of thing. You know what I mean? I try to present that, put that energy out into the universe, man, because I think it circles back around. But Because honestly, like a Crystal, she's been in a place like me before. She's been a newbie, trying to figure out, get her legs underneath her and all of that carrying on. I think you have to lean into that. Because I come from a school, I go to mad conferences. But when I was a sports reporter, I'm eager, bro. I'm walking in there with my suit on and, walking around. I had a hot top and shit. I had a hot top trying to talk to, I see everybody that was on Sports Center and stuff like that. And I'm not afraid at all. I'm like, hey man, I got a reel, I got this. I would love to show it to you. Just eager and hungry for not even an opportunity, I would say at that time, but just wanting to get better, like a yearning, a thirst and a hunger to get better, for sure. And I think people respect that. You feel me? And everybody's been in that place before. A lot of people recognize hustle. So for those of you out there that have the desire to do something, I say man, just get after it. Reach out to people heavy. Because you never know what it could lead to. She didn't have to hit me up. But we just got off the phone call with somebody that I met at one of these conferences and one of these. NABJ. Everything trickles down, bro. It's all a full circle deal, man. Just keep hitting people up and hit them up again because they just missed your email is all. Ain't nobody that busy. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot of that.
For sure. I love that. I want to talk about that more later.
Get into it, bro.
But I want to talk about you, Ace, and how you got into filmmaking and just, your story.
Well, my name is Ace Kane. I actually started off acting. And, I was training with Mark John Jeffries Acting Academy and went from that to Tracy Moore in Brooklyn, New York. I'm from the New York area, so there's cameras everywhere out there. Somebody's always doing something. There's always a video, and I actually, while I was acting, I was in a space where I was tired of getting typecasted, and it really pissed me off that every part that I got was either the drug dealer, the dude who was a doctor, or went to selling drugs. It always was in the same category.
Yeah.
So that kind of pushed me into, while I was in the acting classes, getting into a space where, okay, how do I create my own film? How do I create, in essence, my own space to try and get into this entertainment business? Like me with a camera, funny enough, I had a camera when I was in high school, and I used to carry a camcorder with me all the time. And I didn't think that I would be in this space. Mm-hmm. I always looked at being in front of the camera. I never really thought about being behind the camera until that happened. So I got frustrated with acting. I basically just started producing other people's projects. And I was really working on other people's projects, just trying to figure out my niche in this game. Went from that to casting to script supervising to actually directing. But the one thing that kept bothering me is that when you hire a DP or a cinematographer or anybody with the camera, their vision is their vision, it's not your vision. So that's where I'm very particular with certain things. So my vision wouldn't necessarily come across the way I would want it to, or even still, it wouldn't come across the way they wanted to come across if I was the one directing or so on and so forth. So I had made the decision, okay, you know what? I'm gonna try to dive into filmmaking. I've been bouncing all my life, like for about 15 years I've been a bouncer, doing security, and I stopped doing that because it put me in a place where I could not create. Like you're at the door of a bar in Hell's Kitchen from 4 o'clock in the afternoon to 4 o'clock in the morning. There's no way you're coming home and create because your mind is always on go.
Yeah.
So I took a step back. The money was great, but I said, all right, I can't keep doing this. I can't keep putting myself in positions I don't want to be in. Security, just doing different jobs to get the dollar. That's what I was always about, and always put my dreams in the back burner. So when I made that final decision, it actually came after an accident I had from driving Lyft and Uber. Got into a real bad accident where I couldn't walk for about 6 months. So I took that time, to really study YouTube University and understand the exposure triangle. From the exposure triangle, I understood, okay, depth of field. From that, the basics of operating a camera. Then, you go down that long rabbit hole of, okay, A6400 versus Canon and this, that, and the third, and you get locked into a whole technology situation. So after that phase, I finally locked in, picked up a Blackmagic camera. That's what I shoot with. And I've been off to the races ever since. And, it's very liberating when you realize you found something that takes your energy in a positive direction. So when I got to, using my camera, I just fell in love with it. Just filming anything I possibly could. But the one thing that I always had a headache in doing was bridging that gap of, okay, a hobby to this is a career. So I kept going back and I didn't believe in myself. Okay, I'm not that good of a filmmaker. I'm seeing your page and, other people's pages and damn, I don't think I could do that. Is the camera I have? Is it this I have? Is it me? Like, you're always in a state of doubt when you have this camera, but the one thing you have to realize is that the only thing that's stopping you is your doubt. Once you get past that, you start realizing that you have a skill that is not easy to do, because this stuff is not easy by far. But you really gotta love it. And once you love it, it's like the thing that gives you everything you need once you just pour yourself into it. So I did that, and I did my first documentary in 2024, and I did that for $200. I sold myself short because I didn't believe that I was actually good enough to charge somebody what my skills were, because I didn't know what my skills were. It was just me trying to figure it out and diving through the whole smorgasbord of, okay, cameras, this, that, and the third. So once I did that first project, which was shelved because, things happened. I don't want to get too much into that because it was a whole big situation. Project got shelved. I did it $200. I'm sitting here with this project, and after a while, I got called in by a couple of friends that I knew to start filming their things as far as calisthenics. So in doing that, you know, filming podcasts, I started realizing, okay, my skills are getting a little bit better. And as I'm putting my work out, I'm starting to notice people gravitating to my work a little bit more. That gave me the confidence, but it still wasn't enough because I still didn't feel like a filmmaker. You know, after a while, you know, I just said to hell with it. You know, I don't care what nobody thinks. Just recently I quit my job and I'm taking this full time. And those are the steps necessary to actually be where you want to be. And I'm learning that now. And it's not a matter of where you are, it's a matter of where you want to be. And do you see yourself there? You have to see yourself in the position you want to be before you get there. That's the most crucial part about it. And, you know, when I met my cousin is crazy because I didn't know I had family in filmmaking, and is a bittersweet, you know, connection because our cousin was taken from us, and through the funeral, my cousin, who was his mom, who's Randolph's mom, told me, yeah, my son is in filmmaking. And that's around the same time you was trying to decide if you're going to New York or LA with that job that you had, the broadcasting job. And about a week later, 2 weeks later, you hit me up, yo, cuz we didn't know each other at all. Cuz I got my FX3, and I'm working on a documentary. I'm coming out to New York, and yo, I said, just come out here. I had spent so much time picking up equipment and in that whole lane of equipment diving that my crib kind of looked like B&H.
Dog. Literally, bro. Like, sorry to interrupt, man. I was butt naked. All I had was an FX3 to my name. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
No monitor?
Yeah, I had a monitor.
No, you bought the monitor.
I had the rig, but it was like that. The rig itself. That's it. I don't own a light, dog. I don't know nothing. And I'm like, yo, Ace, man, I'm bare bones pretty much with the camera. And he's like, don't worry about it, man. I got everything you need there. I walk into his crib, bro. No lie, the shit looks like B&H. Like, we walk in there, it's light stands and fuck. It's nuts. Like, it was destined. You know what I mean?
And that's a lesson to everybody too. And I learned that over time. Is not the equipment. Even here working with you, Bryce, you had to drill that into my head 1,000 times. I'm like, oh snap, the FX6. My first time working with FX6. I'm just losing my mind. And he's like, bro, it's no different from the camera you have in your hand. The only difference is the weight. You know what I'm saying? That's it. But it's not the camera, it's the individual, it's the hunger, it's the drive, it's the determination. It's what you want out of this. You know what I'm saying? I'm still leaning towards the feature film route, the short film route, because that's what my love is. Acting is always my first love, so I'm definitely gonna go back into that. But with documentary filmmaking, there's a freedom that you get like no other. Like you can create. It's not like music videos. The reason why I don't like me doing music videos is I started off doing music videos as well. You're locked in. The music videos are a great way to learn the craft and understand how to conduct yourself on set and deal with clients and everything else like that. But I will say, your creativity is locked directly into whatever artist you're working with.
Well, especially like if you're working with a musician, they're artistic too.
Right.
So like
right.
they have
you button heads all the time. Yeah.
It's not worth it.
It's not. It's not. It's not.
I've done a couple.
I mean, that's just for this table. For you, anybody out there that does music videos and works for you, keep going. Don't stop. Just don't limit yourself to music videos. Always look to broaden your horizon. That's with any aspect of filmmaking. Don't just stay one note. Get out of your comfort zone.
Absolutely.
Don't look to be comfortable. When you're uncomfortable, when you're filming, that's the part where you're growing. That's the part where you're actually becoming better. You're getting better with your camera. You're getting better with your edits. You're getting better with your shot selection and framing and things of that nature. Like you told me, because you've seen some of my videos, and the one thing you told me is let the shot breathe. And I didn't understand that because I was always with a gimbal. And what bugged me out when I saw your work, I didn't even think you worked with a gimbal. And you blew my mind when you said, bro, that's all I did, until I realized the gimbal wasn't the way to go. So
yeah, it just depends on what you're trying to do.
Right. So, not to be too long-winded, filming has been an oasis for me, and it is now the life that I'm looking to live, or am living now, I should say. So, yeah, man, I'm all in.
Yeah.
That's it.
I do want to say, like, too, like, and this whole conversation is like, I want to talk about, like, because we're all at like different points in our journey, right? And I want to talk about like just how it's perceived sometimes. Like when you see someone that might be like further in their journey, you have an idea of what their journey is like, but it's always inaccurate.
Right.
And
Facts.
it's like, like we're always constantly learning. We never know what we're doing.
Nobody ever knows what they're doing.
No, we're
I'm
always
learning
just
that now.
figuring it
Yeah,
out.
I'm learning that now.
We went to Walmart like 3 times to grab cords that they didn't have. But I want to talk about like starting out and just getting jobs and like selling ourselves short. Like I did my first wedding for $80.
Shit.
You know,
You told me
I
that.
did
I heard.
photos for $80, and like I was doing portraits and photographs for like boyfriend, girlfriend, and stuff like that. And yeah, I just want to talk about just that, like starting off and doing gigs, and like I want people to like, my thing is like I want people to hear the real shit, like the real actual,
Let's
the
get
nitty gritty.
into it. Let's get into it. So for me, man, I think I was about to say it earlier today. Like, anytime I got my camera in my hand, making some money is a win. Like, at this point, I need the camera to work for me. If I'm not doing something that like I'm crazy passionate about, if I got to shoot, like I don't know, I do a lot of gig work with newsrooms and stuff like that sometimes in the city, from Cleveland, Ohio. So I'll pull up and maybe it's like, I don't know, some building just opened up or something like that, and they need something to for the people to see how cool this building is. Long story short,
Is that from your connections from your old job?
Yeah,
Okay.
it is.
Wow.
Surprisingly, yeah, it's crazy. And just other people, man, that just see your story, your knack for storytelling. Literally, my pop's a firefighter. One of his boys had hit me. He was like, "Yo, man, you're great. I know somebody that works at this affiliate, and I think you'd be a good fit. They looking for freelancers." Boom. That's how that worked out. But
Did you
just
email
like,
them? Or how did you do that?
how did that work out? I think, I emailed him my stuff. I sent him my stuff, and yeah, bro, like within 2 days, I had a meeting to like sit down and have a conversation because they were looking for somebody to kind of switch up or beef up their sports. And I'm like, yeah, I'm your guy. I'd be happy to. At that time, because beforehand, like again, before I got this camera, all I did was hold a microphone in my hand for real. I used to frame up shots, but like I was this. So that's what they wanted me to kind of do. It was a little bit of hybrid of both. Yeah, so with gigs like that, I don't know, chop up or shoot a piece with your own gear, $220 plus maybe if I'm producing it, an extra $70, and then however long it take to edit, $25 an hour to edit, or something like that. You know what I mean? So if I chop up a piece, you might say $400 or something like that for really like a day's worth of work.
Right.
A day flip. Shit, that's $400. Like, you know how much driving I'm doing to make $400 on Lyft that day? You feel me? Like, shit, I'll take what I can get. That really was the mindset to this day that I'm in. Like, it's really like,
Oh yeah.
Where would you rather
Yeah.
make the money?
you feel me?
Yeah.
You really just gotta make that decision.
Right.
Yeah.
And also too, the way I look at it, the way I've been looking at it is like everything that I'm doing, everything since I got my camera was to build up my reel. Like, I don't even have a reel chopped up yet. Honestly, I don't.
It took me 4 years to make one.
I don't got a reel
That's the
chopped
thing
up
that
yet.
bugged me out when you, I'm sorry about that, cuz that's the thing that bugged me out when you told me that. I looked at your reel and I looked at your work and I was like, oh, before I met you, I was like, yo, this a bad motherfucker with a camera, bro. I'm sitting there like, all right, cool. I'm gonna learn a hell of a lot. And then when we started working, and you said that, I'm like, wait, what? So how did you get all this work? It's like everybody has a preconceived notion
Right.
of the next person from the outside when you look at their work. But when you meet the person and you find out they're figuring it out just the way you're figuring it out, or just on another level, it's kind of like a ways off your shoulders. Like, okay,
Yes.
Okay, good. This is why, me, I was kind of antisocial for a long time. So I didn't like being around people or talking to people. So that was kind of the hardest thing for me to do. And when I started really, becoming more, open to conversation with people, I started realizing like, bro, nobody has this thing figured out at all. You know what I mean? You get ready, you keep putting yourself in positions until you're cold.
That's literally all I've been doing. Like,
Right.
literally this past year, all I've been doing since making Stack is applying to or submitting Stack to film festivals. Thankfully, Stack just got into his first film festival this year, Dances with Films. That'll be happening here, next month, June 23rd. Will be the screening. Very excited. Film festivals can be very picky and fickle and a lot of things in between. You know what I mean? But and subjective. That's the word I was looking for. Fuck all that other shit. It's all subjective. It's art. Everything is beautiful. You feel me? Or everything is ass, however you want to look at it. But they saw enough in it to put it in front of the big screen. So thankful for that. It'll be out there in LA here soon enough. But like since then, like if I wasn't applying, and it's mad money to apply for film festivals, bro.
It is.
It's bread. I don't have any money. I got lint in these pockets. You know what I'm saying? It's $50 a head for applications. I probably submitted to like 30 of them joints, bro. And like, sometimes you get a discount or whatever. But it's some bread. Like I don't even want to look at my bank account right now. So I was applying to mad film festivals. And then what else was I doing? Applying to grants and fellowships, right? The one that it just came through was one of them. So is it just a whole lot of that? What else was I doing? Partnering myself with other like-minded filmmakers. So I reach out to some, hey, I really like your work. I got the Frontier Flight Pass, dog. I'm able to travel like a mug. I be out the door with it, and it really affords me the flexibility to move the way I need to move, right? If there's a gig happening in 2 days, I don't have a 9 to 5. I can drop everything I'm doing, hop on a plane, slide and go do it, come back, crash on the couch because I got to know a lot of people, thankfully. And that's all I've been doing these past like 6 months, bro. Is crashing on couches, trying to have meetings with people, show off my work a little bit that I've been doing for free 99 and trying to put some money in my pocket for it. Like, and it's been working. It's certainly been working, bro. Like I wouldn't, if you can afford to do it, do it. But it works.
Yeah, that's the one thing I learned from you too, is that you gotta be available and make yourself, it's like if you see something happening, be there. And it's so easy for you to say, all right, now I can make the next one. That one that you make may be an opportunity, so.
And it depends too, like where you are in your journey too.
Right.
Like when you're first starting, dude, I remember like anything that would come my way, and I still take most jobs that come my way.
I haven't turned down anything yet.
Yeah, like I would take pretty much everything I got, and I still pretty much do.
Yeah.
But there was one thing that you said that I wanted to riff off of.
Yeah.
But I forgot.
You'll find it again. I did want to add that. Oh man. Not saying no. All right. Yeah, I haven't said no to anything. What else, bro?
What happened with the chess documentary? That to me is a big lesson. Working with you on that, it's like you could put so much work into something and it not go the way you want.
That's why a lot of people quit.
You still got to keep going. You still got to keep.
It was a blow. I remember. Oh my gosh, dog. So it was a project I was working on. Preface this by saying I will absolutely see this project through when it's all said and done. I don't give a damn how long it takes to see about. Like I'm gonna do it justice. But long story short, I really dig telling stories about life through the lens of sports when I can. And I got the chance to tell a story about black sports that aren't highlighted as often, one being chess. So I had a subject, black woman, plays chess, was a chess prodigy at the age of 12, caught up with her old schoolhouse. The school that she's from has been kicking ass for the past 25 years, bringing all these public school kids to these international, national tournaments and whooping everybody, doing a damn thing, right? The New York Department of Education was giving me the hardest time in trying to make this shit happen, man. It was really just a lesson in like, I was wearing all the hats, you know what I'm saying? Me and my cousin Ace running around New York like a bunch of madmen trying to frame shit up. But, you know, on the producing side, we laughed, you know, kinda about it. Shit. If we had, shout out to Marquise. Marquise is the producer on this joint here with Claiming Space, but like he's making sure ducks are in a row. And long story short, permissions weren't had like the way we thought they were, so it kind of fell apart. And when those things happen, man, you need all the signatures and everything has to be key, especially when you're working with kids. You feel me? Which I get. So it sucks, and hopefully it's not forever. Like I said, I want to do justice by the story. So we'll drum it back up again, man. But the biggest lesson there too is like, I think what I'm learning now as a director, the key to it is just being, you're a good facilitator. Honestly, you putting people in, you the LeBron James of it all. You trying to like live and be a point forward. Sometimes you can score, sometimes whatever, but you put people in position to succeed, right? You don't want to wear all the hats, so you align yourself with the producer that can help you clear your mind, and all you can do is focus on filming, or just the story rather, because Bryce, that's your job. Your job is to focus on filming as the DP, making sure no matter what's going on, you know, everything looks pretty. I mean, and sometimes you got a sound guy. No matter what's going on, make sure sound is crystal clear. Everybody has a job.
Right.
I come from a school where you wearing mad hats. Even in the newsroom, I'm wearing all these things, all these hats that you're saying. Like I'm hitting up, you know, our subjects prior to, doing pre-interviews. I am the producer, field producer, whatever you name it, I'm doing it. So I come from that school, and I was, you know, still do it as a one-man band. So now when you're in a position to have, you know, a budget to work with, and you're able to hire other people, bro, you just gotta build a dream team. And shit, I know I did here. That's for sure.
Yeah, I wanted to say, like, you just said, I'm kind of having a brain fart. What did you say? Just right before that. Oh, it takes a while to, like, figure out, because you do at first when you're starting, like, you're doing everything. And
Right.
we always still do at some points.
Yeah.
But at a point, I realized, like, I just want to film. Like, I was trying to do my own projects and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I realized, like, I like when we walk into a space and, like, you know, Ace is doing the field producing and making sure that everyone's getting their signatures and liven people up, and, like, you're telling everyone what's going on. And that way I can focus on where's the windows, like what's the best angle, like what are we trying to, you know, what are we trying to convey?
Yeah.
And I think that that's something that people should be conscious of, like, as they're doing it. And there's no, like, right or wrong answer. Everyone always wants to be the director or the cinematographer, though. And I think that it's okay to, like, not be.
Yeah,
it's okay
for
to
sure.
be an impact producer or a producer or a writer. Like, writers are insanely important.
Facts.
Yes,
You know?
they make the story. Like, that's the thing. Like, there's so many different nooks and crannies and so many important skill sets and transferable skills. Like, again, I was just on a panel the other day telling folks from journalism, like, you don't have to be sweating in that newsroom, dog. You can you can do what I'm doing. It's a whole nother life outside of this sucker. You feel me? And again, like you said, editing, writing.
Oh, man,
like,
editing, I forgot. You could be an
editing,
editor, too.
man, editing, dog.
Colorist.
It's about to be a time in that damn, on my laptop in here in a minute, boy. Cooking up this damn rough cut. But yeah, so many important roles.
There
So
are.
many.
And I realized that I don't like editing either. Like, editing is, like, one of the most important jobs.
Yeah, arguably the most important. You can have a shitty, you can do a shitty deal and your editor can save your life.
Right.
Yeah, or you can
real.
have an awesome film, all this amazing stuff, and it could be a bad editor, and it could ruin the whole film.
That's a fact.
Is it that you don't like editing, or do you like only editing when it's on your time?
I only like editing if it's something that I like. To
Right.
edit.
Yeah. Yeah,
like I
same
don't want to
here.
edit like.
I don't like it either. I don't like doing it if I'm not passionate about it.
And I kind of want to get into that right now. We might as well just get into it. So like the thing with actually being a filmmaker and doing it full time is like you don't ever show work that you get paid for a lot of the time. Like because I never really understood this at first. Like when you first are starting out, you're trying to show like all of this stuff. Like I was showing that I was doing weddings. I was showing that I could do travel films, and I had that all in the same place. But like you don't want to show people that you can do everything, because like everyone can do everything to an extent, right? And that's why I eventually honed it into like I do verite emotional storytelling, and I'm just a cinematographer. Sometimes I'll direct. And I'm curious too, like what do you think that is for you? Like as you've been doing this for
2 weeks.
You've been doing it for a year.
A year, bro. It's about 2 weeks.
Oh man, so even before I got this deal, a lot of people were like, "Man, Randolph, you got a good eye. Like, I really can see you being a cinematographer. I think you should try to hone that craft." I agree. I dig it. Like, I really like shooting. But it's tough though, man. I like baking the cake, man. I like editing too. Like I do.
You've been doing it a year.
Yeah, I've been doing it for a little bit. And
no, I'm just kidding, but I did it first. It just
you like it. Okay, you said I'm gonna grow out of that phase.
Maybe not. If it's your own thing,
If
it's your own thing you're passionate about, no. But I'll get into that in a second.
But no, I agree, bro. Because I mean, even literally, I say the same thing. Because even with the gigs that I've been doing for like said newsrooms and stuff, if they hit me and the story is like whack, I'm like, I'm not editing that shit, man. I'm not doing that. Right. I'm not about to. I'll shoot it. I'm like, I don't got the time, bro. I'm busy. I got stuff going on. You feel me? Like I'll shoot.
Or how about you're editing a project and you're so bogged down with editing, an opportunity that you really want to do comes up and you can't even touch it.
Right.
That part is
and then you sweat. Now you sweat.
Now you like trying to rush. And sometimes you prematurely take the job.
Right.
Because you're so passionate about that job.
And you take the job because you don't know when the next check comes.
Right.
100%.
Right.
You got to get
so
it
many
while
things
it's coming. You got to get it while it's hot.
And that's why I was talking to you guys earlier about this one job, and it's like I don't want to edit it. And I'm afraid that if I don't, take it, that I might not get that type of work anymore. Right. But like I don't want to do the editing for it, And it's just like it's one of those things that you really have got to like, because like you just said, I've been like lately this year I've been really fortunate to be like getting a lot of decent work. And it's like, I don't want to put myself in that position where I burn myself out.
That too, yeah.
Or if I have an opportunity, like this, for instance. Like, sometimes I don't care as much about the money. Like, I want to shoot something that I enjoy doing. Of course, it's amazing to get paid for it as well. Right. But I would rather make less money and film something that I like that can make a difference than like film some corporate thing. And I'm not bashing that at all. Right. It's just my opinion of what I would rather spend my time doing. Yeah. And like, it depends on where you're at in your career, that what type of jobs you're gonna take. But you're not gonna show those corporate gigs unless you want to get hired for those again.
Yeah, that's real. It's a balance to strike, bro. And it's tough because even before, I don't know if you guys know this, but in documentary, you don't make a lot of money.
No.
It's a tough cookie. It's a tough cookie to crack, man. And it's like a lot of people, like even with art documentaries, so many talented folks, bro, and they make their money through commercials and all sorts of other things. You know what I'm saying? Not related to this beautiful film that we just saw. You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy. A lot of it is either like grant money or something you gotta strike gold. Like you gotta just strike gold, bro. Yeah. And the stories can be fire. Like I just saw a piece the other day. It was something on social media where like Sundance films that went to Sundance.
Oh yeah.
Only half of them got distribution, maybe less than half got distribution.
It's probably less because a lot of places aren't buying anything now.
And that's crazy to think. Like you reach the pinnacle of what folks would say is
you have an amazing film
you film
that has impact.
Clearly,
yeah.
And
they're like, nah,
people
aren't
I'm
gonna,
okay.
People aren't going to watch that.
You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
what is happening?
That's not going to retain our audience on our platform.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a trip.
It's the dark truth.
It's a trip, man. So you got, with that in mind, you got to think outside. It's like, all right, man, shit, I guess this corporate going to pay the bills for a little bit.
Exactly. That's why I still do weddings. And I don't really consider it corporate stuff. It's stuff in the assisted living space. I enjoy it. I get to hear stories and stuff like that from elderly folk and stuff like that. Elderly folk.
Dude.
I dig stories on elderly folks too, bro. Like, I mean, just, it's a little bit of seasoning never hurt nobody, man. There's stories in there. It's life in there.
It's fun, yeah.
Doesn't matter how you bring the story to the forefront. In all honesty, you know what I'm saying?
Kids and the elders, man. They know how to, I like them.
Yeah,
They look good on camera. They do a damn good job, for sure.
They do.
Yeah.
But I think, yeah, like, that's one of the myths that I wanted to talk about was when this was your very first grant that you have ever received. I have always wanted to work on a documentary with a crew, and this is like the first time, and I've been doing this since 2018. This is the very first time that I've ever actually been in a crew. I've done a narrative film that had a grant, but I've never done a documentary that had a grant where I was in one location for a long period of time filming multiple characters.
Yeah.
I filmed a day here and a day there of another character, but it wasn't an actual, hey, our crew has to go to the location and be there for a week and a half.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's fun.
No, it is.
Dog,
It is.
I feel that way. Y'all don't hate me. So,
It's fun.
That was
16-hour day. It was kind of.
we was getting after it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was really the setup for it. I had, in my mind, so in putting together this thing, all I wanted to do was build a crew that was down. I know the type of time I come from, bro. I don't give a damn how long it takes for me to shoot or chop up or whatever. I want to make the most beautiful thing I can. And I just wanted a crew that was down with that. So in my mind, I'm like, all right, bro, I need to hire a dope DP, cinematographer. I don't know what hat Ace gonna wear yet, but he's already automatic. You know what I'm saying? Producer, I was trying to put the pieces together with, having a budget for the first time. And in my mind, I'm like, all right, guys, the shooting schedule, let's see. We following 3 different characters. Life is life. Some days will be light for shooting. Some days will be heavy. How about we just camp out in Athens, Ohio for a week and some change?
Yeah.
And let's make a summer camp out of it. You know what I mean? And we hear Ace whipping it up in the kitchen every fucking morning.
He's a really good
cook. Breakfast, he cooking dinner at breakfast type shit. You know what I mean?
Prepare for when we get home, because we know we gonna be on the road. So when we get home, ain't nobody gonna feel like doing nothing. Yeah. Just throw it in the oven and sit down and start looking at some films and looking at footage. You know what I'm saying?
Ace don't mess around, dog. You might fuck around and get double paid for fucking being a chef and a film producer at the same time. Crazy. But that and it's been dope, man. Every day's been a little bit different, and we've been getting so much good stuff. Sometimes you can shoot. Sometimes you're shooting just to shoot, and some days you're not getting good shit, man. We've been blessed in that regard, and all of our characters are strong, and the film is taking turns. You know what I'm saying? The production, it's shifting already. We gotta talk to the folks, the powers that be. You know what I mean? But man, this thing it already has legs for sure. I'm shooting a feature. They just don't know it yet.
And the most important thing for me is connecting with people that are not usually in your normal element.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, I'm from Brooklyn, New York. The furthest thing I would ever think I'd be in Athens, Ohio, filming anything. I'm not gonna lie to you. We all in the way in a spot where you look at your phone and that shit says SOS. Yeah. I'm like, hold on. I made the wrong turn on the road. And I'm like, okay, this is how a bad movie starts. Let me just sit here and wait. I'm calling Randolph. No, the phone ain't working. It says no signal. I look over here, it's woods. I look over there, it's woods. I look there, it's a straight long road. But let me pull over and wait right here. It's very, exciting, being around different elements and learning from different people, because everybody you come in contact with, gives you a piece of themselves in some sort of way when you're filming a documentary, and it's beautiful, man. Like I've had so much fun doing this, and I can't wait for the next one. And when you get one, it's kind of like a drug. You want the next one. You want the next one.
Yeah.
And so yeah, man. That's what's exciting for me.
Yeah, bro. I think the sky's the limit with it too. Like the good thing about, like you said, man, you get to like somebody giving you money to cook.
It's crazy, ain't it?
And like it is crazy. They are crazy. Like you give me some money. Wait a second.
No. Thank you.
Yeah, man. But literally, it's that, and they trust you, right? And you come up with a strong product, bro. Like they gonna keep it. You know, it's gonna keep coming back for sure because it's proven.
And not only that is the fact of the matter from this, because we're in the region, because you're doing so much work, people see you, and we got in contact with a couple of people yesterday. We also got working on another project in June out here because of this situation. So it's like, once you commit to this craft, this lifestyle, whether it be documentary film work, commercial work, whatever it may be, you have to take out of your mind, which is almost impossible to do, I can't get something next time. Because you got this one. You know what I'm saying? It's really getting past yourself. It's getting over yourself to not doubt yourself enough to take yourself out the game before you get the next one. Because if you got one, you get the next one. It may not be when you want it, but it's there. You just got to keep pushing and being persistent.
100%. And there's people literally that like you'll talk to, and then like 3 years later, they'll be like, yo, man, I'm doing this film.
Yep. Come on with it.
But, and it's hard because I went through this really hard period where like I didn't want my relationships to be transactional. But you were telling me like everything in a way is. Like even if we're just getting joy or
a conversation.
Like you were playing Max Payne 3 the other night, and I was like sitting there and I was enjoying watching you play just because it was like fun, and like even that was transactional.
Right.
You were getting to play the game, I was getting enjoyment watching you play the game.
I haven't played Max Payne. That's a 10-year-old game, and I'm sitting there like, oh wow, I forgot about this. Nah, but I've learned that everything is transactional. Conversation is transactional. In the conversation, somebody's giving somebody information, and the other person's paying that other person attention.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Attention. Time.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, if somebody created a movie, somebody watches it. Everything is a give and take. You know,
Right.
so it's just you have to really, once you understand what you want, once you also understand who you are within the realm of what you want, it does. That's the thing. We're sitting there having this conversation. I ain't got shit figured out yet. So I just want that to be known. I'm literally flying by the seat of my pants and enjoying every minute of it. There's a lot of turbulence. There's a lot of nights where I'm sitting there questioning myself to this day. Yeah. I hate to sound like Deontay Wilder. To this day, yeah. But anyway, you every day you question yourself, but within those questions, you have to say, I got this. That's the one thing you can never question, you know, and that's really, I feel, the whole thing about being a filmmaker, because it's not a road that's linear, like, okay, I go to school, I do this. You could still go to school for this and not see a dime. Yeah. You can't look for the money. You got to look for the joy within the craft.
Exactly.
It sounds crazy. I never thought I'd be saying that.
That is it.
You know what I'm saying? You got to look for the joy, the little minuscule moments of joy within the craft. Like when we was filming David, like being in the museum. You know, it's just, wow, this exists. Yeah, bro. Those are the moments that keep me going. Those are the moments, and just being around good people.
Yeah, and learning about yourself.
Right,
like you get to meet new people, and like for me, that's what it's really about. Is like getting to hang with you guys, us talking. I've just, you know, we've had so many conversations, filming characters, and just getting to learn a different perspective and like growing as a person. Like one of our characters was saying stuff about racism that I never thought about before, and I still it's like changed how I view it. Yeah. You know, it's amazing. It's the best job in the world.
Every opportunity to create is an opportunity to learn and grow, and that's a moniker that I live and stand by. Like every time I pick up the camera, I'm learning something new about myself, about the environment around me, about the people around me. It's just an eye opener. It's a beautiful thing. So for those who have picked up a camera, who are looking to pick up a camera, and if you have any love for cinema, jump into it head first. Don't wait. I'm 45. I started this at 40 years old. Like literally, people look, everybody like, what are you doing? I don't care what you think. I don't care what anybody thinks. You cannot care. Even when you create something, it goes as far as that too. When it comes down to you editing something or putting out your final project, certain people are gonna judge you, but you can't take anything that anybody's saying for face value. Can't. You gotta hear it, say, okay, thank you for that, but keep going. It's not a matter of saying, oh, fuck what you're saying, I don't care. No, it's some validity in anything that anybody says, even the people who have no credibility. You know what I'm saying? You just have to learn to say, all right, I hear you, but what you feel about your creativity has to be so strong it overrides anything that's happening out there.
Yeah, about that the other day. Like, sorry to interrupt, bro.
No, you come on, man.
You gotta like stand on. You gotta stand on what you think is best. Yeah. Like as the creator of it, you feel me? Like you take feedback with a grain of salt. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. For sure, because you know the vision. You stick to your gut. You're right. You're probably right.
And I'm always telling people, like, when I give them advice, I'm telling them how I would edit it. Just like with your trailer. And, you know, you made a couple changes, not everything that I said or whatever, but it's like, I ultimately was like, you know, it's your vision. Like, you're the director. And I think that's something too. I remember someone told me on one of my films that the music didn't fit, and then someone else was like, the music's great.
Right.
And I knew, like, I loved it, so I wasn't going to change it. But I do think that certain people I will listen to.
Yeah, for sure. And if you hear it enough times from multiple people, it's something to think about.
Right. Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Yeah. Like, but I was really hard on that light though. Like, I really wanted to keep that light there.
You'd have had the audience mad at you, bro. Like,
there was that light around that corner. I wanted to have like
bright ass light just sitting next to him like this.
It wasn't next to me. It was like.
It looked like it was right next to you.
It was a little bit behind me. It was a little bit behind me.
But dude, also too is being open to change your style sometimes.
Oh, dude.
Because I showed Bryce my work, and he told me, he was like, sometimes you gotta let the shot breathe. And watching other people's films, you start looking and saying, okay, I need to do this, I need to have. It's just a matter of just sometimes let the shot breathe. You don't always have to use a gimbal. I was somebody that I like movement a lot.
And you used to film in sports, right?
I filmed most of that stuff I filmed was calisthenics, for the UFX League on Fox Sports and things of that nature. It's always stuff moving. You gotta keep moving. But like you told me, the shot has to make sense. It's basically, what did you say to me? I can't even think of it right now. Is the intention?
Yeah.
What is this story that you're filming? What is the story about? And does this shot meet the intention of your story, or whatever message you're trying to portray? Because you can have a bunch of movement, but does that match what the story is about? If you're sitting there, telling a documentary about a library, you don't need to be moving all over the place. A library is still. It's quiet. Right. So you have to have shots that match that. And I learned that while I was here with you guys. You know what I'm saying? And then also, too, I use a lot of transitions. Not L cuts, but
like effects? Or?
Yeah, like masking and things. Yeah. Like I use a lot of masking transitions, a lot of rotoscoping, and it's not necessary.
Yeah, it's just really the style, though. It's like what you're filming, though. You're filming calisthenics and stuff like that, so it's. But even still, I've looked at the stuff that I'm doing, and sometimes adding effects takes away from the beauty of what the shot could actually be. If you are doing a rotoscope with a character and you're moving him out the way, but sometimes you could
you don't even have to move them. Let them move. Let them move and let the shot breathe so it shows the intention of the character. Because, like, we watched the documentary the other day where it was just straight silence. But the pieces in there, like you see an old boat guy walking, okay.
That film was great.
That was amazing. Yeah.
Haul Out.
Haul Out? Yeah, Haul Out. That was dope. Yeah. And that had me looking at filming even short films and feature films differently. It doesn't always have to be moving. Whatever's in the shot.
Let the people move.
Yeah, let the people. And sometimes you don't even need words. That watching that whole thing, it wasn't a word spoken in that film until the end. And I'm there like, I'm locked in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, yeah. It's just I get geeked out when I talk about film, man.
No, we all do, bro.
Yeah.
We all do, though. It's a dope dope life to geek over this film stuff. I gotta say, man, what life is looking for me right now. This is why you should bet on yourself. When I was out in LA, I was in LA for like a week, 2 weeks ago. I was out there they had an orientation and a mixer ahead of this film festival that I got into. So I'm like, all right, bet. Knew some folks out there. I wanted to crash on the couch, and that's what I did. I was out there for like I would say about 5 days. Went out to LA, caught up with someone that I met again from a cold email, cold LinkedIn message. Hey, this is what I'm into. Would love to connect. Boom, boom, and bam. We connected out in LA. When I was there, he was like, hey, man, we got this project that we're working on right now. If you're open to it, come out and PA for us or whatever. I'm like, yeah, man, shit, hell yeah, I'm down. Long story short, he hit me up a couple weeks later and was like, yeah, man, come shoot some BTS for us. Did the BTS out in Dallas. We went shooting this doc. In another week, I shot a film I shot some BTS for him in West Virginia. Met another crew, it's a film crew like this, 3 of us there. I'm shooting BTS, it's a director, it's a producer, it's a DP, the whole gang, and I'm learning and just wanting to be in the environment, right? He really set me up for success. Shout out to Dylan, shout out to Nick, shout out to Kenny. Really good people over there. And so I'm in LA, we link up again. This is again 2 weeks ago. I'm like, hey, yo, this is what I've been working on. He was like, yo, come over for dinner. Me and my wife would love to have you over for dinner. I just met cuz 2 weeks, like 3 weeks ago. I didn't know him a month ago, you know what I mean? He was gracious enough to have me at his people crib, or have me at his crib. We there sharing a meal, talking. Even when I was down there in West Virginia, he was like, yo, man, I was telling him about Stack. I'm trying to get Stack in a film festival. He's like, yo, man, shit. Half the battle is just knowing the directors, man. I'll reach out to him on your behalf, tell him I saw your film, and this was before you even saw the film. You know what I'm saying? This was just looking out off the string. Like, damn, you good people, man. So that happened. Fast forward, we ate dinner at his place. I'm like, yeah, here's what I'm up to now. Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, man, I got this Frontier flight pass. I had a long ass layover. Usually I'm able to freak it and I'm able to like get wherever I need to in a decent amount of time. I had like a 21 hour layover in fucking Denver. And I'm like, damn, bro, I got this long ass layover in Denver. He was like, he looked up from the table. He was like, man, my mama live in Denver. You can just stay at the crib. I'm like, what? Stay at your mama house, dog? You know what I'm saying? That's not normal, you feel me? People are so kind, you know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like, it's a combination of kindness, what we talked about earlier, like, putting yourself in position where kind of luck meets, yeah, all of that, you know what I'm saying? And things work out in your favor if you just take the bet. I'm crashing on couches. I don't know a soul out there really in LA. I know a couple good people, but like things just keep stacking up if you put the work in for it. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I just had to say that out loud because so many good things have been happening since I jumped off the porch. Like it's crazy. Don't even think about it. Just do it.
And do you think that you would be as successful as you are without the art of documentary?
No, man. Honestly, that's why I joined. I needed to be around like-minded people. I wanted to be around the work. So many dope, talented filmmakers in that sucker, man. They got this joint called Feedback Hour. So I show all my work in there, whether it's like me kind of ideating or ideating.
Yeah,
that's right. Spell check on that. Or ideating a project or editing a rough cut or whatever the case may be. Trying to get feedback. Michael Del Monte.
Shout out to Michael Del Monte.
And he was carving through stack, and so were other people. But man, the strong feedback, you know what I'm saying? And strong filmmakers in their own rights. But whether I had my own stuff that I was bringing to the table or just watching other films, like mad people in there asking questions that, you know, that are useful to you in your career, no matter where they are in theirs. You know what I'm saying? You just bouncing off of each other and having this, man, just this thought bubble for 2.5 hours. It's great. For 2 times a month, it's some money to invest, but again, bro, this thing is all a bet.
Dude,
you gotta invest in yourself.
The money that I invested in it, I've gotten like blown away. Literally, if I didn't join the art of documentary, I wouldn't be where I'm at. Like, I wouldn't be here because I wouldn't have known you. You posted the job in the Facebook group, and this is again the whole theme of this entire episode.
Fact.
Be ready when...
Stay ready so you ain't gotta get ready.
Yeah, stay ready. Like, obviously, I commented, I post in there a lot, and I think you had seen me.
Yeah, bro, I saw Bryce's work a minute ago. Like, I saw him, like, when I first got in the group. Like, my eyes went to his pretty much, you know, immediately once I was in the group. A couple cats that, like, stood out as getting busy for me. I really dig observational storytelling. I dig, like, sitting with the character, letting some emotion come out. It's a lot of DPs that can get busy and set up really pretty primary interviews and all these lights and everything you see on Netflix and shit like that. That's cool. Like, it's pretty. But, like, I know the type of films that I make, and I knew that the type of film that this would be. And you definitely fit that mold. So I was like, you know, I had some money in my pocket, man. I'm like, yo, man, I want to see what Bryce is up to. I dug it.
So the funny part about somebody, you call somebody else.
Oh, it's crazy.
That's the other part. I'm
on Order Documentary, right? And I go and I'm like, yo, I'm looking for a DP. Boom, boom, bam. Hella people in the comments. You know, I would love to. It was hella, and you know, emailing me, all type of carrying on. And I'm sifting through profiles and reels and all this carrying on, portfolios, and gathering names. And I had a conversation with Bryce already, and I'm still in like in the comments, like 3 different people was like, Bryce would be great to work with. Bryce is great. Bryce is great. Bryce is great. What the fuck is this Bryce, dog? Like, damn, man, he making that $20 stretch, ain't he, man? Good for him. And I'm like, so it was like that. And then literally, this would probably seal the deal, on top of you being a brilliant DP. I'm getting, somebody hit me up and was like, hey, man, I would love to be the DP on your project, but I see that Bryce put his bid in. I think you should hire Bryce. I said, what the fuck? What? I ain't never seen nothing like it, dog. I ain't never seen nothing like it.
I'm so grateful that
yeah, man.
That just shows like how awesome the community is too, though.
That's real.
But and it's hard because like this is such a competitive space too. To see that type of stuff, like that honestly like got me in my feels. I'm like, wow, like that's awesome that someone actually did that.
I'm trying to put you on.
Yeah, because it is super competitive. Like we all want to make a living doing this. We all want to be hired, and it's hard to get hired for cool projects, as we said earlier, like getting grants and stuff like that. So
it's definitely a tough deal as I'm learning, man. Like I think, and that was another thing too. It was like it was beyond. He makes great work, but the aesthetic. Like I was like, damn, bro, I want to be like Bryce when I grow up, bro. He travels in a van. Or he lives out of his van and just travels the world doing docs and shit. I'm like, get the fuck, like.
When Cuz told me that, I was like, I'm on thing looking at vans, so, like, let me see,
and here's the thing. Here's the thing. So that's another thing I wanted to talk about. Is you want to make people perceive you in a certain way. Like I'm not traveling around all the time doing docs. Right on. A lot of the time I'm at my girlfriend's house in my underwear playing video games. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, not for nothing. when you told me that, I'm like, no fucking way, bro.
Yeah.
No way. And see, that speaks to, you know, one of the most important principles about filmmaking. Bryce's journey is Bryce's journey. Randolph's journey is Randolph's journey.
Yep.
Ace's journey is Ace's journey. And with me, I had to learn that you can't look at somebody else's journey and then judge yourself based on that.
Exactly.
That by doing that, you shoot yourself in the foot and you stop yourself from going anywhere.
Yep.
Because what's applicable for him is not applicable for me. What I did coming into this, I had to bet on myself in a different way. I had to leave the apartment I had, move back in with my mom, take my life savings, and get everything I needed to whereas now my bank account is zero, but I have what I need to be a filmmaker. You know, that may not apply to you. That may not apply to somebody around the corner who may have it or may not have it.
Yeah.
You have to find, first when filmmaking, find the love for it.
Yeah.
Whatever it may be, whether it may be in, like I said, commercial work, filming music videos. Don't take my word. I hate music videos, but you may love it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Narrative work, find what you love and dive into it. Don't worry about the next Joe Schmo. Don't worry about what anybody's doing. Figure out your lane and stay in it. You know what I'm saying? I've tried so hard to mimic, and I'm not gonna bullshit you, I tried to mimic other people's styles.
Oh, I did.
It went horrible for me.
I do still. Like,
Horrible.
I mean, that's something that we could get into for a second. Like,
please.
that was one of the things that I always tell people. It's like, mimic, like straight up copy other people's styles that you like. When I first started, like there are YouTubers that I watch and I would literally make film, like this one guy, Aiden Robbins, he makes a bunch of hiking videos in the woods and they're super moody. Have you ever seen him before?
I've seen a couple of stuff.
So I would go out in the woods and just film myself hiking and like color grade like him and stuff like that. And I learned a lot from him. And over time, I did that with multiple people until eventually, like that film I showed you guys last night.
The one you did with the A7S III.
Yeah, the One Life one.
Yes,
that was the first time that I really like slowed shit down and like really held shots and like really, you know what I'm saying?
And when I watched that, and we had the conversation yesterday, because when I watched that, once again, I had a preconceived notion like you shot that with the FX3 or
the FX6, yeah.
FX6, and I'm like, yo, bro, no, bro, as long as it's a 12-bit camera, you're good.
10-bit, yeah.
10-bit, sorry.
But no, I mean, even if it's an
12-bit.
8-bit camera, it's we saw these projects and films years and years ago and they look great.
Right. Before there was a 10-bit, there was an 8-bit and people were still doing the damn thing.
Right. And like that, and that's another thing I want to get into in a second. But I straight up just copy people's styles. And eventually you'll find your own.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right.
You'll find your own. And it'll change over time. Like now, like I shoot a certain way and I'm kind of like, this is kind of getting a little boring. I kind of want to switch it up. And like I'll see an angle that Randolph's getting and I'm like, I would probably never get that angle. And that's why I like it. Because it's different than something that I would think of, you know? And you just switch it up and have fun with it.
Remember, it's copy style. Don't try to be copy. That's what because see what I try to do, I try to do everything like the person. No, you don't do everything like the person. You look at it, okay, you take the style and add it to, if it don't work, fuck it. Find something else that does work. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, listen. Yeah.
To add to it on my end, I think that's the beauty of kind of working with a team that I'm enjoying because I'm like, man, I'm used to running around by myself, man, and sweating and all this shit. I get to kind of dropping the line.
You're like, oh, Bryce got it.
Like, I mean, I'm getting my own shots, and I'm looking over Bryce's shoulder, and I'm like, okay, I really dig this. We watching the film. Thereafter, you cradling the camera like a baby, it's swaying and shit. I'm like, man, I you know what I mean? I get the vision. You shooting wild majority of the time, catching BTS in a strong way.
You're getting cutaways of hands.
Yeah, man, we all get to like really, really craft stuff in a way that's, it's gonna be dope, man. We got so much fucking coverage.
We're finding the cinema.
We're finding the cinema.
And don't be afraid to take a role that you don't normally take.
Yes.
That's another crucial thing.
Yes.
I'm not a BTS film, nothing. But being on BTS or doing audio, like next project, somebody's hiring me for audio. I do everything. I just don't do audio, but the fact of the matter that doing audio could now propel you into something else. Right. You do audio on this project, somebody say, oh, I like how this person works, or just your personality, just being around people and they just gravitate towards you because of who you are. Be who you are. Don't try to be anybody else.
That was the biggest lesson, like even when I was in West Virginia, just on that crew, like you're there, you're locked in with the majority of the time on documentaries, it's a small crew. It's a skeleton crew of 3, 4, 5 people tops or something like that, right? Y'all in close quarters. And you want to be around somebody that you rock with, you know what I'm saying? That you enjoy having a good time with. If, I don't give a damn how good Bryce shoot. If Bryce is an asshole, there's the door, you know what I mean? Like, you know, real life. But no, it's not that type of party. We enjoy being around one another. We laughing, we trading notes, we showing each other films, the whole shebang. Yeah. And no matter what, like that will keep Bryce and the Rolodex to be called back, and hopefully vice versa. And Ace will always be around because I need something to eat. You know what I mean? It's all that type of party, man. Like for real, like. And I was about to say, like, you can have a project that's gone bad, and you like that, and it's nobody's fault, right? But if you had a good time with that crew, like, man, y'all reflect, man. You remember that fucking whack ass job we did back in the day, and it's still a time though, because y'all bonded over it. You feel me? Compared to, you know, maybe y'all knocked the project out of the park, but man, you remember that dude? He was nitpicking over everything the whole time, and he would never get called back again. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's a big part of it. No matter what the role is, showing up with a smile on your face and knocking that shit out of the park.
There's appreciation for the job, because like we said, you never know when the next one is gonna drop on your lap. You can get 4 or 5 jobs within a week. Sometimes it may take a month. Yeah. Sometimes it may take a year, but just stay ready.
Yes, absolutely.
Just keep filming. Just keep practicing. Keep shooting your free throws on the free throw line.
Keep shooting your free throws,
Keep shooting
man.
the free throws, man. Even if there's nothing to film, and that's something I had to really learn. I have a Blackmagic camera. That shit is heavy as fuck. It's annoying to travel with. It's cumbersome. But the thing is that it's my camera. I chose it. And the reason why I chose the Blackmagic over any other camera, I could have got the FX3, FX6, but I really wanted to, I had it in this part of myself, I want to be a cinematographer. I want to understand everything it takes to make a shot beautiful. So when I got the Blackmagic camera, it was like, okay, the Corvette with no power steering, no anti-lock brakes, nothing, no stabilization. But in diving into that now, when I grab Bryce's FX6, it's like, oh shit. It's not the camera, it's what you learn for the next camera you get or whatever. It's the person. Absolutely. And Bryce drilled that into my head, and the more and more I was fanboying over everybody's camera, I'm like, bro, what am I fanboying? I have just enough that I need to create. Okay, maybe his camera may be better in low light. There's a workaround around it. Yeah. Find it. Don't shoot yourself in the foot because the camera doesn't do exactly what you wanted to do. Make that motherfucker do what you wanted to do. Simple. Yeah. You're the person behind the camera, you know what I'm saying?
And buying a new camera is only gonna inspire you for so long. And like I remember when I bought my FX6, it didn't make me a better shooter. I actually was walking around the house using it, and I'm like, this is weird because I've never used a camera like that. I'd only used DSLRs. Right. And then eventually I just kept shooting on it, and I do like shooting on it better, but it's like, it just depends on the situation. Right. And it just, it doesn't matter. And that brings me to my next point, that cinematography doesn't matter so much.
I'm learning that too. Oh shit, yeah. What happened with me shooting on 8:1 compression ratio, not realizing I'm killing a whole fucking 2 terabytes on my car.
But we were shooting BTS. We was out here for all the 2 days. 2 days later, Ace came out with 4 terabytes between 2 SSD drives. Both them shits was full after 2 days because he was shooting in the highest. Oh my God.
That was my biggest thing. Like anytime I shoot, I always wanted to look a certain way, so I always put it at the highest compression. But like hearing what Bryce said is like, bro, sometimes all you need is HD.
Well,
It depends on the circumstance.
yeah, but I'm saying like
Like the cinematography.
yeah, I'm saying like the cinematography. Like there are really good documentaries that I've seen where the cinematography, like the person is filming the person.
What's the one you showed me where it was just
It's,
autofocus? It was just one.
It's called Higher Love.
Right.
And the guy literally shoots on an A7 III with just the camera. He doesn't even have a monitor.
Nothing.
And he's just looking at the screen. He's got a mic on top, and then he's got them lobbed up. And he uses autofocus a lot. And it's like the cinematography is not that great, and it
But
won
the
best.
story is
Story is
amazing,
paramount
bro.
for sure with everything you're doing.
Story is king. Yeah.
That film won best film at Slam Dance, and you know, dude shot it with a A7 III. I really want to like tell people, A7 III, mic right here, 24-70 lens,
No
autofocus,
V-mount, no nothing. Just,
no V mount, just like this, looking at the little tiny screen, because he had access.
Yep. Access is what makes documentaries.
Absolutely. I'm gonna check that camera one more time, but keep going about the access. It's like getting your character's trust. Like that's one of the most important things people don't really, you know. It's
take account for.
yeah. Like I posted in a story once. People say, "What lens was that?" And I said, 80 hours spent building the character's trust or whatever. You know.
Yeah, dog. That's real life, and it's been. You know, there's mad pre-interviews with me. You try to be personable and everything like that. I think that's where the journalism skills kick in. And my dad. My dad talks a mile a minute. Like my mom, I get it from my parents for real. These skill sets. I think I'm grabbing it from both of them at the same time with this. But yeah, man, locking in with your subjects, letting them get to know you. Like even like Dr. T, shout out Dr. T yesterday. I'm interviewing her for a strong hour. And then she's like, all right, man, what about y'all? And went around the room and made sure she got, the nuts and bolts of everybody, you feel me? And took us out to dinner thereafter, more bonding, you feel me?
Right.
It's those sorts of moments that make a film. And will allow us to, really chip away at whatever armor's there to get, the sound bites and the good on camera that we need.
Absolutely. Another thing I wanted to mention is like, I think sometimes when people are like, when they're working with someone that may be further in their journey, there's sometimes like that person doesn't always know everything, and don't be afraid to try new things. I wanted to say an example. I was moving the light around in the museum. And Ace was like, hey, why don't you move the light over here? And I'm like, it probably won't look good. And then we moved it there, and it looked good. And I'm like, Ace, I was wrong, And Ace wasn't afraid to, speak up. And it's like, I really encourage that to people, because sometimes, though, you might work with people with egos, and they might be a little afraid to, like, suggest, And I'm always speaking my mind, probably to my detriment. But if I see something, I'll mention it, But I just feel like people shouldn't be afraid to, because that's how, it makes you feel good. It makes you feel like, oh shit, like I'm on set, I did something good, I can do this, and that gives you motivation to keep going.
Yeah, it lets you know that you're built for this. Yes, and that's exactly the type of crew that I wanted to build. I'm glad you said that, because I wanted, again, everybody that was down, an egoless crew. You know what I mean? Even when we doing the interviews, I try to lob it to y'all to make sure everybody get around the questions in at least. You know what I'm saying? To just try to create an environment that, this y'all babies too. Y'all invested. You know what I mean? Y'all ain't out here for no reason. We all in this thing together, sort of thing.
The way I look at it is, the only thing that matters to me is the success of any project that I'm on. I tell it don't matter what it is, whatever project I'm on, I'm only married to the success of the project. I don't care who it is. I don't care who I'm working with. I don't care what job I'm doing. I don't care where we are. I don't give a fuck. I want to be a part of something that takes off. Don't even have to take off. Just go from a thought process to fruition. Once it's at that, I'm happy. been a couple of times where I've been on set, and that's why I speak my mind. And it's not a matter of just blurting out, hey, no, just understand the people you're working with, understand yourself, and just be true to yourself and the project. That means if you don't see being a part of that project, sometimes you got to step away. You know what I'm saying? The money may be there, but don't lock yourself into the money. Because you lock yourself into the money, you're going to miss the beauty of filmmaking. Lock yourself into the success of the project. If that means I got to go get coffee, if that means I got to make food or wash dishes, if that means I got to hold the equipment, if that means I got to talk to the people, whatever has to be done so my team can make the shit happen, let's get it done. And that's it for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just it.
I love it. I'm sorry, Bryce, the reporter, the journalist in me is wanting to ask a question. So, just to bounce it around the room real quick, we've been working on this project for about a week now. Real quick, what has been your favorite moment of shooting this thing? Getting on the ground out here in Athens, Ohio, running around with cameras. What's been your favorite day or moment or scene? Dig back in y'all memories and give me something good.
I'm gonna be real straightforward with you. I don't have a favorite moment. This whole event has been an amazing experience for me. I don't get these opportunities. Well, I haven't had these opportunities, I should say, not say get them, because I don't speak, negativity of myself. This opportunity for me has just been amazing because I was in such a place where at one point I was looking to get rid of my equipment. Like, I'm like, yo, I'm not making no bread. I'm here in my mom's crib in a room. I'm 45. I got no girl, but I got it's like my friend group is falling. It's like I'm literally alone. But then when I met my cousin and, I was able to connect with family with this, that was the biggest thing for me. Just having somebody that could relate to the mindset that I have. A lot of people are not gonna gravitate to it or understand you as a filmmaker. You know what I'm saying? You're the weird one. But I like being around weird people. It's the normal motherfuckers that I'm scared of. You know what I'm saying? Like, so for me, every moment of this was just... Is. Right, thank you, sorry.
We ain't done yet,
we got a long ways to go. But hey, I'm cool with that. Every moment of this has been an experience that I will cherish forever. From the day I got here to this moment right now, there is no favorite part. By me saying there's been a favorite moment, I feel like I'm discrediting, what we are doing. This whole thing from going to the museum to us hopping out the car and in the rain having a conversation with Dr. T. You knew who she was. I'm like, who the? You looked at her, she looked at you, Bryce looked at, I'm like, what's happening here? It's pouring rain and they're having a conversation, but that person is so linked into the whole story and we met them off a whim. These are the things that, you know what I'm saying? This is beautiful for me. So there is no one moment. This whole, just being a filmmaker, just to say that I am now living what I've always dreamed to do in this moment is all I care about. So there's no one, man, this whole thing has been just, it's been an eye-opener, it's been an awakening for me. This has kind of been a baptism for me, in a sense. It may sound crazy, because even if I don't get another job, I will remember this for the rest of my life. And this is really pushing me to be better. Not just a better filmmaker, but a better person. Because I was kind of a recluse, or I was kind of like isolating myself a lot. And that doing this and really betting on yourself sometimes can put you in that space of isolation where you don't want to be around anybody. And you get so isolated for so long, you forget that you actually have to live. You actually have to go out and do these things. So I'm getting long-winded, but
no, this is amazing. Keep
bro,
going.
Yeah, man. Like, for anybody out there that's looking to do this, nobody knows who the hell I am. I don't care if you do know who the hell I am. But as long as you've seen something I did or was inspired by something I did, or we was around each other working and I shook your hand and me shaking your hand put a smile on your face, bro, I'm good. So this whole thing, this whole experience, and I want more. This has got me wanting. This got me hungry. This brought my hunger back into all filmmakers. That's why I say, put yourself in uncomfortable situations. Uncomfortability and struggle is where you find out who you are. A man doesn't know who he is until he has faced adversity. And filmmaking will show you who the fuck you are in every way, shape, and form. And if you fold behind it, it's not meant for you. And there's nothing wrong with that. But you gotta be honest with yourself. You gotta really look past the reflection in the mirror, look at who you are, and say, okay, this is or isn't for me. Fuck what anybody else says, fuck the money, fuck all that. Is this for me is the one question you have to ask and answer yourself. And in filmmaking, especially when we was on that field running with the gimbal, chasing down Brandon, it's gonna tell you who you are in this game. So you just gotta listen.
Right on. I was just about to say that was your favorite moment for a second. I just knew it was coming.
Nah, that was my least favorite moment because that shit made me realize how old I am, bro. Man, shit.
What you got, Brandon?
I was gonna say that was beautiful, Ace. I love that.
Man.
And I had a few comments real quick. I think, you know, you were saying, you know, if people don't know who you are and stuff, like, and I know you know, but I stopped caring about that stuff.
Right.
Like, it never matters. Like, I used to think that I really cared, like, if other people knew who I was as a filmmaker and stuff, but no one, in the end, like, no one really cares about your film.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Like, there's going to be some people that care about this film, but the majority of people don't care about it, right? And, like, we have to care about it, and, you know, as having my role, like, I get to, like, go to project, and sometimes I live with projects for a longer period of time. But it's like, I just stopped caring about what people thought of me and how they view me, and like you just said, right. Just enjoying, and like, this is a memory that I will never forget either. Yeah. You know, like, it's all about the experience of making the thing.
Facts.
You know, that's the best part. Like, it's awesome when the film's done to be like, fuck yeah, this is awesome. And if it wins awards, it wins awards. And if it, you know, if it's fruitful for everyone involved and like people watching it and it raises awareness, like, that is icing on top of the cake. Like, that's amazing. That's what we want. But for me as an individual, I know that, like, the biggest joy is when I'm here, we're filming, and we're in the process of it. Like, that's the best part. And for my favorite day, I agree with what he said, but I'll give you a favorite day. I think maybe the first day, just because it was all new to me and we did so much. I was really, really tired at the end of the day. That was the 16-hour day we did.
I'm glad I was here for that day.
Dude, that day was crazy.
I know.
That was crazy. I thought we were done at like 8, and Randolph's like, and I'm like, we're still.
That's the one thing I learned about Randolph, especially when we was in New York filming the chess documentary. We had got a whole bunch of interviews. Randolph was like, oh, so you're going to go to, you going to the match now? And it's like 9 o'clock. I'm like,
and he's like,
yeah, let's go. I'm like, we're going? Yeah, we're going.
Yeah, bro.
And you don't want to, but you're glad that you did. When you don't, it's like you kind of don't want to, and you know it's coming. But that's the beauty of working with my cousin, is like, he's willing to go just a little bit further.
And that's what you got to do. Like, I had a guy in AOD tell me, and I'll never forget it. I posted a video about, I forgot what I posted about, something. And he sent me a personal message, and he said, yo, man, he's like, this is why you're going to go places, is because you always go the extra mile. And I'm just like, wow, like, thank you so much. And it's like, it's because you care. It's because you care.
That's.
And to anyone that doubts themselves or thinks, you know, that they're, you know, like they're just starting and they can't figure it out, it's like, you just have to care and keep trying. And, you know, as you said at the beginning of this, like, you're working your ass off and you're sleeping on couches and and doing BTS, which is an amazing strategy because you meet so many people. And I used to be against that stuff. I used to be like, well, I don't want to do BTS because I don't want to just keep getting hired for BTS.
Right.
But you enlightened me, like you get to practice and you get to get shots sometimes that the DP's getting.
That's your free throws.
And I'm just like, damn, I didn't think about it like that.
Or like not even that. What happens as a beat? They look at your shot and be like, you know what? I like the way he framed it.
That's exactly what happened out
You
there.
never know. The journey is more. The journey is the beauty of the destination.
You get to show off. You get to get in your bag, get to
Right.
practice, and you're creating.
And you're not afraid because you're doing BTS.
Exactly. You get to, you know.
Sorry to cut you off. It's like basically if you're doing BTS and you don't have to worry about. This is what I'm telling people, yo, just go. Just get up, and if you thought about doing it and you wanted to do it and you're afraid, you're already there because you thought about doing it. You know what I'm saying? And doing BTS and doing these things that may seem like, you know, below level jobs and not the big wig, fuck that. Now there's no pressure on you. You're on a set where you don't have no pressure. That's the beauty of being a BTS, or oh, they need a production assistant, or they need somebody to just go get some fucking donuts or pick up somebody's clothes. You're on a set without the pressure of being on set.
Yeah.
And you get to practice, you get to learn. Like what I used to do, I'm sorry to cut in, but when I was acting, I learned everything that I learned about gaffing on set. I used to do background acting. So I was on Daredevil, the Daredevil project, doing background acting. What? The scene where they was in they were in the church, and it was that scene. And I watched a young lady, because the primary actor was sick, they picked somebody out the audience, and she got the role, and she got a long. It don't matter. Like, just get up and go. You never fucking know, bro. I'm on set. I'll get there at 4 o'clock in the morning. My call time is not till 8 o'clock, but I get there at 4 o'clock in the morning because I don't like being late. I'm sitting out there. There's a lady that comes to me. She's in the dressing department, the clothing department, the costume department, I should say. Everybody calls her moms. And I never really knew her name. I just knew her as mom. But she's like, baby, what are you doing here so early? I was like, I'm just here to see what's going on because I love this stuff and I want to be an actor. And she's like, okay. So she showed me around. I got to meet some people or whatever. So while I'm there, you know, I'm watching how the gaffers are bringing out the stuff in their truck. I'm looking at, oh, how they got their C-stand set up. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's a clamp. That's, you know what I'm saying? Just put yourself where you want to be. Because by putting yourself where you want to be, you're telling the universe, whatever you subscribe to, God, whatever you subscribe to, you're letting the higher powers know and also yourself know that you belong there. And because you belong there, you will be there eventually. Just keep fucking going.
Right.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? So,
and you put yourself in the position when opportunity and luck
meet each other.
Well, yeah, man.
I'm sorry, cuz yeah. But, yeah.
Ain't nothing to it. That's dope. I really dig both of your answers with the all-inclusive. You dig everything about the project thus far. Dug the first day or 16 hours.
I just hate the fucking rain. Like, that shit. Whew.
Yeah, man. That's why we're stuck in the house right now because of this damn rain.
But it's still beneficial because look what we doing.
Yo, honestly, we never had like a bad day.
No.
Like, even our off day was productive, which is yesterday. You know what I'm saying? We off day. You know what I'm saying? Location scouted. Bays, went to the spot, met Dr. T, the whole shebang. Like every day has been something strong. Man, yeah, this whole thing has been a ride. Like I think I've loved every minute of it, man. Waking up and just getting after it. I think we really hit a groove. We hit a groove since the beginning. But I felt really good about that tour day with David at his crib. But like it's still so much more to shoot, bro. Like we got, I think come Juneteenth, bro, we about to have a party. Like that's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna come back out here, shoot some more. Man, we gotta bake the cake in this edit. That's gonna be fun. Fun. Yeah, talk to me.
I take that back. Now that I'm really thinking about it, at with Gavin and Brandon and the family.
Yeah.
That right? No, matter of fact, yes.
Yeah, that was good.
That
too.
was a personal eye opener for me.
Yeah.
You start realizing that your life is no different from anybody else's life. They just live in a different region.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're all fighting the same demons and we don't even know it.
That's true.
So me being with that family, just to see what they've fought through, what they've been through, what they have, is and just it was kind of a correlation with my life and my family and how I looked at their family. I was like, damn. So yeah, matter of fact, the whole thing was a great journey and it was a great experience, but I really got to say that moment for me, during the interview, that really, I'm not going to speak on it because that's very personal, not just for me, but for them. But that was a real eye opener for me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's the favorite part of
to get excited about. This is going to be a very powerful film. Like that's why I wanted to document so much. That's why you're here. That's why Wes is here. Like this is going to.
Oh, shout out to Wes, man. Wesley.
Yeah.
Dope photographer, man. Dope video, dope dude. Yeah. Just a dope all around dude. Yeah.
Man, student at Ohio University right now, graduating next year, and got a job already. I mean, as he making it shake. So, yeah, I wanted to build the crew around dope people. We definitely got 3 of them, including Wes, and I ain't half bad either. And it's gonna be a beautiful film. I think when it's all said and done, man. We've been sweating. We've been sweating. And shout out to AOD for making this all possible. This is not an ad.
They didn't. Yeah, shout out to AOD for bringing me and Randolph together, and now Ace. And Ace, you need to join AOD.
Yeah, I got to get that money up.
Maybe Mark will let you join for free. I don't know.
Yeah, give us the homie hookup, Mark.
I'm gonna be kicked out before I get in.
But yeah, I mean, I think, is there anything else you guys want to talk about? I feel like that was really solid. We've been talking for an hour and a half.
The other thing is, I think this is something that a lot of people struggle with. I struggle with personally. Family and friends, the people that are around you. This is not a journey that people understand. This is not something that is for everyone. So with that being said, don't let nobody talk you out of your dream, because I know I've had people talk me out of how you gonna make money, how you gonna live, how you gonna eat, what you gonna do, where you gonna live. It was an analogy about the story of the wolf and the dog, and I heard a while back, and I'd heard it recently too. The wolf came out the forest and ran into the dog, and the dog was chained up. And the dog said, yo, come with me. The dog was loose at night and met the wolf. And the dog was like, come with me, yo, you never go hungry again. So the wolf was walking with the dog and noticed a leash on the dog's neck and said, what's that? He said, oh, my master chains me up at night, but I get all I want to eat. The wolf looked at the dog and said, nah, I'm good. Walked right back in the forest, and his ribs was touching. He was hungry. Sometimes to be free, you have to experience that hunger, that pain. You have to be willing to roam alone to be free. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand what your chains are. You got to understand who your chains are, because sometimes the chains not just physical, it's the people that surround you keeping you back from where you want to go. So just take that walk on faith. Just take that leap. Walk, be that lone wolf for a little while, because when you are by yourself and when you're alone, that's when things are moving for you to be where you want to be. It's an uncomfortable process, it's an uncomfortable journey, and it may take longer than expected. The timetable is never in front of you. Just enjoy the journey. That's all I gotta say. I'm sorry.
That was great.
Mic drop.
That was great. Yeah, I remember I told people when I worked at Walmart I wanted to be a filmmaker, and they were like,
They laughed at you.
They laughed at me. Yeah. And now I'm doing it.
People not going to
Yeah, he's laughing now, Dan. Ha ha. I don't know why I looked in your camera. Can't even see me.
No, that was Dan, that's why.
Oh, okay.
You know what I just thought of, man? Clap it up, man. Homeless dude.
Oh shit!
Hey, get this guy. Hey, go on.
Homeless dude. Hey, homeless dude. That's an inside joke if you don't realize it. Sorry.
Oh shit, man. Oh my goodness. Nah, man. This has been dope. No, we're just getting started. We're very early in this journey, man. This is I don't know, what are we, 6 days in or whatever, shooting. Long way to go, chopping up the film. So happy it's working. I hope y'all get something out of this, yo. Get out, take the bet. Bet on yourself yesterday.
Yep.
Do it. If you want to do it, jump off the porch. It's happening in real time.
Facts.
Each and every one of us has done it. We can speak from real life experience.
Right now.
We're waiting on you. Come on with it.
That's great.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything else. I'll probably just cut it here.
Cool.
But yeah, that was great. That was a great conversation. Don't you guys feel like it was?
I told you it was gonna be solid.
That was solid. I'm glad we waited.
Waiting for the second one.
That was great. We pretty much covered everything I wanted to cover.
Yeah. You got any more questions?
No, I mean, we covered pretty much everything. Like, we talked about, starting and doing jobs that we weren't very happy with, right? And we talked about, and I don't want to segue too far back, but yeah, we covered it all. Like, I just want the stipulation of, like, when you see someone with, like, good work, it's like, it doesn't mean they're working all the time, or it doesn't mean they're super successful.
Everybody's trying to get to it.
Like, I guess that was one of the things I wanted to mention was, like, the really hard truth about documentary filmmaking is, like, there is never a budget. And it's there is sometimes, but whoever's giving you the budget has a hand in the project.
Right.
And sometimes it's a heavy hand, and sometimes it's not. And it's hard to make a living just doing projects that you love to do. A lot of the time we have to do work that we don't like, and we don't show it to anybody but the client. And that's okay. Like, that's what we got to do. I talked to this DP out of North Carolina that I liked his YouTube channel, and I messaged him on Instagram, and I was like, dude, can I pay you, $50 to talk to me for a half hour? And he's like, you don't got to pay me. Here's my number. And I called him and I talked to him, and he said something I'll never forget. He said, we always never show the work that we get paid for.
Yeah.
He's like, those 3 films that I have on my YouTube channel,
$3.99.
everyone he lost money. And he's like, and everyone thinks he's got 8 more floating around somewhere. Those are it. Yeah.
Wow.
And I was like, yeah, and that changed my perspective to where it's like, when you're watching shit on the internet, it's never what it seems. It's like, people think that I travel around all the time and film docs. I don't. I make it like, I guess I don't like lie, but like, I want it to kind of seem that way because you have to project yourself a certain way.
You have to be that person.
Yeah, because people aren't going to hire you if they don't see that you're working. It's weird. So I share my work when I'm working, and sometimes I'll share like old work because
just to jog memory.
Him. And then maybe they're doing a project and they hit you up, Yeah.
It's a whole lot of that. No, man, perception is a trip. Like, a lot of people think I don't live in Cleveland. Like, cause I'm always gone. And Randall, you're in town. I'm like, yeah, I live here. You know what I'm saying? Like, the hell? And it's like this perception that you stay with a job and got money and all this other carrying on. And it's like, nah, bro, like, y'all hiring? Like, that's the real, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh man, like, and we just trying to get it. Everybody's trying to get it. Projects can come few and far in between, and when they do, hold on to it, snag it, embrace this moment. That's why I'm out here with a smile on my face every single day, cause shit, man, you never know what can happen next week, in 2 months, or whatever the case may be, man. You got to soak it in while it's here. Yeah, dog. Man.
And that's a wrap.
That's right.
Like,
That was great. That was great, fellas. We only had one camera die.
cut!